Whispers in the dark.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into a really bizarre first-hand account. Seriously unsettling stuff.
Yeah, it is.
It comes from a night security guard at a zoo. And, well, his shift went from totally routine to, well, an absolute nightmare. We're looking at the story itself, but also, the psychological fallout, maybe how these things get contained.
That's right. So our source, he paints this picture.
Yeah.
A storm rolling in, way worse than anyone predicted.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of sets the mood, right?
Definitely ominous.
And even before that, things were tense. The baboons apparently were really agitated, more than usual.
Baboons are kind of unpredictable anyway, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. But this was different. See, the zoo had already had issues, unexplained stuff.
Like what?
Well, some animals found badly mutilated,
Yeah.
eviscerated. Others just gone, vanished.
Whoa.
So security was already ramped up. This wasn't just, some bad weather hitting. Something felt wrong.
Okay, so the scene set. Uneasy animals, bad storm, past weirdness. Then what? What was the trigger?
It flips instantly. A panicked call comes over the radio. It's his colleague, Ronnie.
Panicked about what?
He finds a body, a human body, in the baboon enclosure.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And the baboons are frenzied, consuming it. The source describes just sheer horror.
I can't even imagine. The shock. And you said it gets personal.
It does, deeply personal. The guard, our narrator, he sees something in the enclosure amidst the chaos. A red cap, a very specific, distinctive red cap. He recognizes it immediately. Yeah. It belonged to their boss, George.
So it wasn't just a body. It was George, their boss, in there.
Exactly. That detail, the cap, it just makes it so much more horrifyingly real. Suddenly, it's not just some random awful event. It's someone they knew.
That image. Wow. Okay. So George is dead. The baboons.
Yeah.
But the story doesn't end there, does it? You mentioned it gets weirder.
Oh, it goes way beyond weird. Surreal is maybe the word. The horror basically explodes outwards from that one enclosure.
Right.
So the storm's getting worse, right? Lightning flashes. And in those flashes, the guard sees something else. Up in the sky.
What's in the sky?
Giant. Winged creatures. Circling. Huge. The narrator, he estimates them, quote, about the size of a goddamned bus.
Bus-sized flying things? What the...
I know, right? And then animals start falling, just dropping out of the sky.
Falling? Like raining animals.
Literally. Large ones, small ones, hitting the pavement, just exploding into gore. It's grotesque.
That'd be insane.
And get this. One of the things that fell was Coco. The zoo's big gorilla.
Yeah.
Like 300 pounds. Dropped from the sky by one of these things.
Coco the gorilla, dropped by a bus-sized bird. This breaks, like, all the rules. Zoology, physics, everything.
Totally off the charts.
Yeah.
Nothing prepares you for that kind of report. So what happens to the guards through all this?
Yeah. Alan, Ronnie, what did they do?
They barricaded themselves in the security office. Absolutely terrified. Just listening.
Listening to what?
To the thuds. Animals hitting the ground.
Yeah.
These awful, deafening squawks from the creatures above. All night.
Just trapped in there listening to that. Nightmare.
Until morning. And when dawn breaks, the zoo is just carnage. Unspeakable.
And the zoo itself? What happens?
Never reopened, shut down. Permanently. Then, really quickly, bulldozed. Gone.
Yeah.
They built a big warehouse on the site later.
A cover-up.
Textbook, almost. A total erasure.
And the people, the employees, the narrator.
They all got these huge severance packages. Very generous. But,
There's always a but.
yeah, tied to super strict non-disclosure agreements. NDAs. Basically by their silence.
And George's wife, the boss, she must have reported him missing.
She did, initially. Filed a report. But then she went quiet, too. Got a very large life insurance payout. Then nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's efficient. Chillingly efficient. It makes you wonder how often this kind of cleanup happens.
Exactly. It feels like a pattern you sometimes see in these really high strangeness cases. The institutional reflex to just bury something that doesn't fit.
But for the guard, the narrator, you can't just bulldoze trauma, can you?
Not at all. He talks about the psychological scars, the nightmares, really vivid, awful nightmares.
Like what?
He dreams he's being carried up, then dropped by one of those creatures, feels his bones snap on impact, wakes up smelling. Phantom rot, that kind of deep trauma.
So it just stays with him, permeates everything.
Absolutely. It reshapes your whole reality, an experience like that.
Which leads to his final thought, doesn't it? The really chilling part.
Yeah. He is utterly convinced. He believes. Those things, those giant winged creatures, they're still out there.
Still out there.
And he thinks eventually they'll be hungry again. And next time, Next time he fears they'll be bigger and looking to eat animals more like Coco instead of baboons.
Implying us.
That's the terrifying implication, isn't it? So thinking about this whole account, what's the one thing that really stands out to you? What grabs you the most?
Like, comment, and subscribe.